आवाज़ क्लियर है मेरी सबको? क्लास ज्वाइन कर लीजिए सब लोग। हम्म, ठीक है हम लोग वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट क्रैश कोर्स फॉर द पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन and this is for English medium students only. As we know that mains will be started from 27th September. So this course is only for those students who want to revise or who are working and are not able to get time for the revision. Is my voice clear to all? Am I audible? Okay, okay. In case if my voice is not audible to all, then please let me know in the comment section. Sure. Let me know once, please, if my voice is audible to all or not in the comment section. Okay, okay. So in today's lecture, we will generally will be focusing to cover all the thinkers. We will cover all the thinkers, not in detail, but only for the revision purpose. This class is for your revision purpose and for give you some clarity how to interlink paper 1 with paper 2. Clear? And at the same time, you know that paper 1 linkage with paper 2 is important. So we'll be focusing on this also. And at the same time, we will also provide you few case studies, few examples, as well as few facts to enrich your answer. Clear? So we will be doing these three things mainly in the class. And in case if anybody who is not able to get any concept, then you can let me in the message section or in the comment section. I will explain that concept. So basically, we will be dealing with the previous year's questions also. Last 5 year previous year questions in this crash course, and I will try to finish this course by 15 or 20 max. So your classes will be daily at 4 p.m. and I will try to finish the entire syllabus, not so entire syllabus, because if you are giving mains, then you must be aware that it requires at least 4 to 5 months to finish the entire syllabus of PubEd. It is just for your revision purpose and to give you the glimpse and to give you some guidance how to enrich your answer, how to provide good quality answer. Clear? Now I am going to discuss you. Today we will be discussing the syllabus as well as pattern of question paper. See, now in both paper, in paper 1 and in paper 2, the UPPSC has changed the pattern and they have changed it like UPSC. Now in paper 1, question 1 and question 5 is compulsory. Same is the case with the paper 2 also. Question 1 and question 5 is compulsory. So what does it means? It means that you cannot leave anything, any unit in the syllabus. For example, suppose question 1 is compulsory and there will be two questions of 15 markers and one question of 10 markers. Here Again, two questions of 15 markers and one question of 10 markers. Suppose they have given this 6 question from 6 unit, and unfortunately they give the question from that units which you have left during your preparation. So that will be very difficult for you to handle. So my advice to all of you is to at least go through the entire syllabus, have some basic idea about the syllabus and the previous year's questions which has been asked by the UPPSC. Though they have changed the pattern of the syllabus also, pattern of the questions also. Now they are focusing more on the analytical questions. But still there is few much weightage is given to the static questions. Clear? So first of all, let's go to the syllabus of paper 1 and paper 2. See, there are 12 units in paper 1 and 15 units in paper 2. See, there are 27 units in paper 1 and paper 2. So it is nearly impossible to finish the syllabus within 1 month. So what we will be doing is we will just cover only the important parts or the important questions which has been asked repeatedly by UPPSC. Clear? Yes. If my voice is not audible to anyone, then please let me know. Okay. We'll be starting with the paper 1, and at the same time I will let you know how to include the examples from paper 1 in paper 2 and from paper 2 in paper 1. Clear? So in paper 1, first unit is about the basic concepts of public administration. About the basic concepts of public administration. Means what is the meaning of public administration? Clear? What is the scope of public administration? And what is the significance of public administration? Clear? Then after that we will see the evolution of public administration. Basically evolution means the paradigm of public administration. So in Lakshmikant there are 5 paradigms, and if you'll go to the, according to Nicholas Henry, that book is very important, then there is 6 paradigm. So it depends on you how many paradigms you are going to write in the exam. I will tell all the paradigms to you. Clear? Then after these paradigms we will be focus on new public administration, new public management, new public service. And generally UPPSC asks question from NPA as well as from NPM. So we'll be dealing all these things in the lecture also. Clear? Then in unit 1, what is the difference and similarity between the public administration and private administration? So there are some similarities, also there are some differences. So if in the question they will ask you to compare, then what do you mean by the compare? Remember this keyword. If they are asking compare public administration with the private administration, then you are supposed to write both similarity as well as difference. I have seen many students only write the difference and they forget to write the similarity. So if in any question there is a keyword called compare any two thing, then you are supposed to write the similarities as well as difference both. Clear? After that, we will see the ecology of administration. Ecology means how the administration is affected by social, economic, political, and cultural subsystem. Ecology of administration means how the public administration or how the administration is affected by the social subsystem, economic subsystem, cultural subsystem, and political subsystem. Means we will also here focus on the RICS concept of public administration, comparative public administration. Clear? So let's start. Before starting the public administration, see the one line scope of public administration or one line motive or goal of the public administration is to enhance the efficiency of any organization. Now the approach might be different. When you will read about the classical thinkers, they will focus on the workers. They will treat workers like a machine to enhance the efficiency. When you will go to the human relation theory, then there they consider worker to enhance the efficiency of the organization again. Clear? When you go to the behavioral, then they will behavioral think. See what is the difference between the classical human relation and behavioral thinker. See here in classical thinker, they consider workers as a means. Clear? To achieve the efficiency of the organization, to enhance the efficiency of the organization. Also the same is the case with the human relation theory. Okay. They try to manipulate the workers to enhance the efficiency of the organization. In behavioral theory, their aim was also to enhance the efficiency of the organization, but they considered worker as an ends. They think everything with the perspective of the workers. Classical thinker focus on organization. Their main aim was they think everything in the perspective of the organization. And here in behavioral thinker, they think that if worker would be satisfied, then he will automatically enhance the efficiency of the organization. Clear? Yes. Here they are considering workers as an ends. Clear? Means if worker would be satisfied, then it will automatically result into the satisfaction, if enhanced efficiency of the organization. That's why behavioral thinker focus on the workers as an ends. They consider worker as an ends, whereas classical thinkers, they also wanted to maximize the efficiency, but they were thinking in the perspective of the organization. They thought that if efficiency of the organization will be maximized, then it will automatically result into the satisfaction of the worker. Clear? So first of all, let me tell you what is the organization, because we are going to read everything in the perspective of the organization first. Clear? So write down organization. Organization is when two or more than two people coming together to achieve their common objective. When two or more than two people coming together coming together to achieve their common objective, then that will be called as organization. For example, your family is also an organization. Clear? Here there are two or more than two people, na? Including your mother, father, as well as you. Even United Nation is an organization. Government of India is an organization. Clear? So, with the considering example of family or the government of India or United Nation, you can now go to the functions of organization. कि what kind of functions are performed in the organization? चलो हो गई ये लिंक ग्रुप में शेयर है ISPCS वाले मिशन ISPCS फिर से चेक करो Now come back. What are the functions of organization? I have shared the link in the group. Yes. Go to the group and join the link. Link of class is shared in the group. Yes, yes. Now come to the functions. What functions are performed in any organization? See, first function will be the formulation of policies, formulation of plan, formulation of objective. The first function will be the formulation of objective for any organization, whether it is United Nation or whether it is your family. First, there will be formulation of objective, means what that organization want to do. What that organization want to do. Clear? For example, take the example of ISRO. Clear? What will ISRO do? The main objective of ISRO is to launch the satellites. So they will launch the satellites. So it is their objective. Second, if you want to achieve that objective, see, you don't have to remember anything. You have to connect all these things. That's the way to learn PubID. You cannot memorize the entire syllabus and entire notes. See, first you will formulate the objective, then you will focus on the planning, na? So second function is the planning. Clear? What? Planning to achieve these objectives. So first you will formulate objective, then you will make a plan to achieve these objectives. Clear? And why planning is important? Because resources are limited. If someone asks you why, see, planning is also in your syllabus. So planning is necessary. Why necessary? Because resources are limited. Resources are limited. See, that's why we also adopt family planning, na? Because resources are limited, we cannot have large number of population and huge population. Clear? So first function is the formulation of objective, second function is the planning. Clear? And see, now the third function. When you will make the plan, what will you do after that? You will try to implement that plan. So third function is implementation. See, I have told you na, it is very easy. You don't have to remember all these things. You have formulated the objective, you have made the plan. Now the time come for the implementation of the plan. So you will implement the plan. So for the implementation of plan, what you will do? You will need manpowers to do those works. Clear? So you will first do the division of labor. Clear? Division of labor. You will divide the work na. For example, जैसे most of the Indian family में what happens? Father go for earning and mother take care of the family members. Clear? So because why we are focusing on the division of labor? See, division of labor almost emphasized by all the thinkers in the PubMed. So division of labor is necessary for what? Because no single person can perform all the work of an organization. Clear? For example, you might have gone to airport. So there are many people working at the airport. Few are working for the ground level, few are working in the flight, few are working at the reception. Okay? So there is division of labor in any organization because no single person can perform all the function specifically. Clear? See, अब division of labor, how you will divide the labor, how you will decide कि which function will perform by the which person. So you will focus on the specialization. See, everything is related. You don't have to learn. I am telling you. Now you will focus on the specialization. So for the implementation of plan, what you need? You need division of labor, and division of labor can be done by the specialization, isn't it? For example, in the production department, there will be engineer. Clear? In the accounts department, there will be accountant, isn't it? Clear? See, now when you will divide the labor, so what will happen? It will lead to the hierarchy in the organization. If you will, so next is the hierarchy in the organization. So hierarchy is the result of your division of labor. Clear? And what is hierarchy? It determines the relationship between whom? Between the senior and junior. Clear? Is hierarchy in the organization will determine the relationship between the senior and junior or superior and subordinate. You can write superior and subordinate. And see, if there will be hierarchy in the organization, then what will happen? There will be a need of coordination. Clear? See, everything is linked. You don't have to remember what is happening in the organization. If there is hierarchy, then you will automatically need coordination. No? Clear? And why coordination? Because in absence of coordination, organization will collapse, isn't it? Everyone will be doing the work according to their own choice. There would be no coordination, then organization would be collapse. Clear? And to do all these things, to perform any function in the organization, you will recruit the people. So next function is the recruitment. Clear? And recruitment will be based on the qualification or the experience. It depends on the pattern of recruitment, whether it is based on the spoil system or based on the merit system. Okay? There are two systems. One is spoil, another is merit. So in merit system, only merit is considered. Clear? And in the spoil system, those persons are selected who have close proximity with the chief executive. That might be monarchy or that might be prime minister or president. Clear? Then if you will recruit a person, after that what will happen? After recruitment, you will give training. So after recruitment, next function in the organization is training. So you will give that training to that person to perform that job. Clear? Training is also in your syllabus. Okay. There is a question in exam asked by the UPSC. Training is considered as paid holiday in India. So we will cover these things in the detail. Clear? Now, to do all these functions in any organization, okay, you need some money. As it says ना कि बिना पैसे के क्या होगा, ठीक है? For example, I am teaching you, so I will charge some money from you. If you will give service to someone else, you will charge some money from that person. Your father might be working, he will be getting money for that. So to sustain or to run any organization, whether it is family, whether it is government of India, whether it is United Nations, whether it is ISRO, you cannot perform any function in the organization without money. So next important function is budgeting. Clear? So next important function is budgeting. Clear? So budgeting is also in your syllabus. There are various type of budget: performance based budgeting, zero based budgeting. I will cover all these things, but not in the so much detail because we are running out of time. We have to finish it by 15 or 20. Clear? See, after all these things happen in the organization, how you will evaluate that whether the organization is functioning effectively or not? That is also important, na? Ki whether the organization is functioning effectively or not, whether this coaching is good or bad, whether this teacher is good or bad, whether any organization is good or bad. So what you will do? You will evaluate the performance. So next function in the organization is performance evaluation. Performance evaluation. Clear? So what we are doing in the organization? In performance evaluation, we see that whether the organization has the ability to achieve the objectives or not. Clear? For both, performance evaluation is for both, for organization as well as for individuals. Both will have some objectives. So by performance evaluation, it will be evaluated that whether organization and individuals have achieved their objectives or not. Clear? For example, my objective is to help you to get a good rank. So how you will evaluate my performance after some time? You will evaluate by seeing that whether I am able to help you or not, if you are selected or not. Clear? And here comes the concept of efficiency. Means by giving how much input I am getting to produce how much output. That is efficiency. Clear? So all these functions of organization which I have told you, okay, from the formulation of objective to performance evaluation, all these functions, if you will get the aggregate or sum of all these activities, so that is administration. Clear? So what is administration? Administration is aggregate or sum of all these functions performed in any organization. Clear? What all these functions? The functions which I have told you, from objective, make plan, implementation, division of work, hierarchy, budgeting, performance evaluation. All these functions are called as public administration. Sorry, administration. And when it is done in government organization, then it is public administration. And when if it is done in private organization, then it is private administration. Clear? What is administration? Is it clear? Now I am going to explain what is the meaning of administration. See, administration is derived from the Latin word, which it is a word derived from the Latin word administrare. Clear? Ad means to, and minister means serve. It is a Latin word. So, what is the meaning of administration? Meaning of administration is to serve. Meaning of administration is to serve. And who is administrator? Administrator is the servant. Administrator is servant who will serve the citizen. इसीलिए हिंदी में नौकर शाह बोलते हैं ब्यूरोक्रेसी को. Clear? Now you have to learn few definition that is given in almost every book which you might have read. So I am not going to dictate you all those definitions, but I would like to advise you कि at least learn few definition of public administration या administration to write in the exam. For example, I am giving you a definition of Simon. Simon has said that administration is the activities of groups of people cooperating to accomplish common objective. Administration is the activities of group of people cooperating to accomplish common goals. Clear? So now it is possible that in UPPSC exam or UPSC exam, they will give you this statement of Simon and they will ask you to explain. So in such kind of questions in which they are giving you the statement to explain or to comment, you will have to take the few important keywords from those statements. For example, here in this definition, administration is the activities of groups of people cooperating to accomplish common objective, yeah, common goals. So here two things are important. First one is the common goals and second one is the cooperation among people. Clear? So by picking these two words, you can explain the entire question. It is administration is a cooperation among the people, among two or more than two people to achieve some common objective or common goal. Clear? So there are various examples, various definition given in the book, and I am sure you might have read those examples or those definitions. Now see, there is also one important thing, and they generally ask this question in interview also. What is the difference between administration, organization, and management? Difference between administration, organization, and management. Almost they ask this question to every student having public administration as their optional subject. The moment you will say that my optional is public administration, they will ask you, then what is the difference between administration and organization and management? Clear? See, administration is an activity. Clear? Administration is an activity. An organization is a physical structure. Physical structure. Clear? Means you will perform few activity to achieve the objective of that organization. You will do administration within the organization. The organization is a physical structure and administration is an activity. Clear? And what is the management? Management is managing the resources. Managing the resources in the organization. To manage the resource of organization. Clear? And see, many people are using administration and management interchangeably, but there are few difference between the administration and management also. Clear? See, what is the difference between the administration and management? See, administration is any activity performed in the organization at the top level of hierarchy. So, administration is performed at the top level of hierarchy. Clear? And management will be at the middle or lower level. Middle or lower level. Clear? See, and then again, administration will involve mainly in policy formulation. Policy formulation, and management will involve in policy implementation. Although people use it interchangeably, they interchange these two terms, but that is the difference. Administration is the activity performed at the top level of the organization. You can say that policy making. Clear? And management involves with the activity of middle level and lower level of organization, that is policy implementation. Clear? Now we will see the emergence of public administration, how public administration emerged. How public administration emerged. See, I am not going to dictate you anything. So simultaneously try to write important things in your notes, to make short notes, or at least draw these diagrams which I am drawing at the board. That's why I usually don't make PPT and just read the PPT. I have seen many teachers who are making PPT and reading it, and you guys think that you are studying. That is not a way of my teaching. Yes, I know those people very well. Finally, you have to write in your own language in the exam, na? So what if I will copy paste few important things from the book and just read? You won't be able to brainstorm, and brainstorming is the main motive. Otherwise, you won't be able to decode the question in the exam, no? Yes. See, now come to the emergence of public administration. See, before industrial revolution and after industrial revolution. See, before industrial revolution, there was basically monarchy everywhere. You might have seen it was monarchy in the France, it was monarchy in the Britain, it was monarchy in the Germany, it was monarchy in the Austria, Hungary. You might have studied all these things in the inward history. That is also in your syllabus, no? Yes. So in monarchy, there was a king, and who was performing all the function. All the functions means he was legislature, he was executive, as he was judiciary also. He was responsible for all the functions. And that is the feature of Rick's prismatic society also. When we will be moving towards 6, we will study these things also. Clear? So the main function of monarchy was, there was two function. Main function of monarchy was maintenance of law and order and generation of revenue. Law and order maintenance and revenue generation. Revenue generation. This was two important function performed by the monarchy, performed by the king. Clear? And one more thing important. Here king was not accountable to anyone. Not accountable to anyone. That was the case before the industrial revolution. ठीक है? Monarchy was the major form of the government at that time. But after industrial revolution, what happened? After industrial revolution, there was surplus production. Clear? And people got rich. So they want their sharing in the power. And king was not in the mood to share the power. That's why many revolution happened. Because the king as well as his persons having close proximity with the king, they do not they did not want to share the power with the people or with the rich people. You will read these things in the world history also. Clear? So this give birth to the democracy. This give birth to the democracy. Clear? For example, you can see this from the French Revolution. You can see this from American Revolution. You can see this from Chinese Revolution, Japanese Revolution. Every revolution gives birth to the democracy. Because the main problem was the sharing of the power. And see now, in monarchy, there was king who was not accountable. And there was hereditary in the kingship. After the death of king, his son will become the king. After the death of that king, his son will become the king. So there was continuity in the administration. There was no disturbance in the administration. But here in democracy, chief executive. Chief executive means PM and president. PM and president. PM and president, they were temporary, isn't it? In case of India, PM is temporary, na? He have tenure of 5 years. Then there will be fresh election. Then there will be no PM. Then what will happen in those period of transition of the power from one PM to another PM? There will be a vacuum, na? So to fill this vacuum, it gives birth to the administration or the bureaucracy. To run the administration smoothly, this gives birth to the bureaucracy or administrators. Clear? So that's how the bureaucracy and administrators evolved. And this led to the emergence of public administration. Clear? Now we'll be moving towards another important question, that is, and it has been asked in the exam also, nature of public administration. Nature of public administration. What is the nature of public administration? See, there are mainly two views. One is the narrow view, another is the broader view. What do you mean by the narrow view and broader view? See, I have told you about the organ of government. It is legislature, executive and judiciary. Clear? So broader view means according to these thinkers. Now in exam you will have to write the name of few thinkers. You are going to write the answer of public administration. Clear? So without writing the name of thinkers your answer would be considered as incomplete. So please remember the name of thinkers also and do write in your answers. It is very important to write the name of thinkers in your answers. Clear? So you might have heard about the Wilson, Woodrow Wilson. He is called as father of public administration. Wilson is called as father of public administration. Clear? You might also have heard the name of L.D. White. See, make these notes. You will be able to revise at the end. At least draw this diagram in your notes. If you are not able to making short notes, try making it from here. So Wilson and L.D. White, these two thinkers said that administration will include all the branch activities of all the branch of government. Means broader view means they consider administration including legislature, executive and judiciary. And who are those thinkers? Those were Wilson and L.D. White. Clear? And now come to the narrow view. See, narrow view thinkers were Simon, Gulick Urwik, Fioll. Simon, Gulick and Urwik and Fioll. They considered only executive. Who? Only executive. Activity of executive as public administration. Clear? Now here you can write the definition of L.D. White. Write down. Public administration consists of all those operations. Public administration consists of all those operations having purpose of fulfillment or enforcement of a public policy. Having purpose of fulfillment or enforcement of a public policy. This definition was given by the L.D. White. And see in the definition, he said that public administration consists of all those operations. He is considering all the operation of the government, means legislature, executive and judiciary. And this question, this statement was asked by the UPPCS in 2019. And you are supposed to explain this. They have asked that public administration consists of all those operations having purpose of fulfillment or enforcement of a public policy. See, here L.D. White was focused on the public policy. Clear? So you will have to explain in your answer that yes, it is true. Public administration concerned with all the aspect of public policy, that is true. Clear? But that's not the only aspect of the public administration. You will have to write again. And you can conclude this statement with Minbrook Conference third statement. Minbrook Conference third. The definition given by Minbrook Conference third will counter this statement that yes, it is true. You have to agree that public administration is all the operation of public policy. It is related to the public policy. That is one aspect of public policy. But that means public administration is only public policy? No. It is related with other functions also. And then give the definition of MBC third, Minbrook Conference third. Clear? See, also they are giving other statement type question. For example, write down one more. Administration is the most obvious part of the government. Administration is the most obvious part of the government. It is government in action. It is government in action. Clear? So here again it is true. Administration is the most important and most obvious part of the government, isn't it? Administration is related to the application and implementation of law. Na? See, for example, Ayushman Bharat. You have to give the examples also. So what is the work of administration here? To implement the policy means to provide health care. To provide health care. And it is most visible, na? Isn't it? It is the most visible and most obvious part of the government. So public administration is the action part of the government, and that is most obvious to the citizen. For example, they are providing healthcare services, that is most visible. Next come to the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. They are providing education, isn't it? Free and compulsory education for children from 6 to 14 years, Right to Education Act. So that is the most visible again. Clear? So you can explain in this way. Clear? Now come to the scope of the public administration. What is the scope of public administration? See, it is impossible to define the scope of public administration, and it would be injustice to define the scope of public administration, isn't it? I am saying that it would be injustice with the public administration to define the scope of public administration. Am I right? Yes. See, defining the scope of public administration is very difficult and very challenging. Why? Because scope of public administration is ever expanding. It is ever expanding. That's why difficult to define. Difficult to define because it is ever expanding. Clear? It's keep on expanding. It is multifaceted, isn't it? Now consider, see, public administration is a generic term. Public administration is a generic term. It consists of all the branch of the government. All branch, na? That is legislature, executive and judiciary. It concerned with all the branch of legislature, executive and judiciary. Also, is it the only scope of public administration that it is concerned with the legislature, executive and judiciary? Market also comes, na? It consists of market also, isn't it? Especially after liberalization, after LPG reform, market is also under the scope of public administration. Clear? International institutions, international institutions like World Bank, IMF, WTO, all these also come under the scope of public administration, especially after globalization. Especially after globalization, isn't it? WTO, IMF, World Bank, they are influencing the policy, domestic policy of the government. For example, peace clause of WTO, the nature of subsidy provided by a country, that will be decided by the WTO. So now WTO is also under the scope of public administration. Then again, media is also under the scope of public administration, isn't it? That's why we consider it as a fourth pillar of democracy. Fourth pillar of democracy. So media, see, media is also under the scope of public administration because media is also helping in the administration. How? They are helping in the policy formulation, isn't it? By giving the input and idea to the government. They are also helping in the policy implementation by giving their reports. They are also helping in policy review. They are reviewing the policy, na? So this comes also under the scope of public administration. And now, civil society organizations also under the scope of public administration. है ना? Civil society organization, NGOs, self-help groups, all these are under the scope of public administration now. See, if you'll go before 1990s, these things were not under the scope of public administration. They were after 1990s. That's why I have said initially that scope of public administration is ever expanding. It is ever growing. These things were not under the scope of public administration, but now they are under the scope of public administration. Clear? Another example is the e-governance. This was not under the scope of public. Even it was not in the picture before 1990. But now e-governance is also considered as under the scope of public administration. Clear? And why? See, I have told that market is also considered as public administration. Here, why market is considered as under the scope of public administration? Because now they are also providing goods and services. They are providing goods and services to the people, isn't it? Earlier there was only BSNL who was providing the goods and services, but now Jio, Airtel, other service provider are there, and this is called public choice theory in public administration. Means public should be given the choice. So now market is also under the scope of public administration. Clear? So if you want, you can ask any question, any doubt. You can ask any question by commenting in the comment section, or if you have my personal number, then you can directly message me. Yes, from tomorrow we will start from 4 and I will take your class by 5:30, 4 to 5:30. Yes, class timing 4 to 5:30. daily. Yes. And on Sunday, we will take special classes to finish the syllabus on time. On Sunday also. Yes, for fees you can contact me or at the group. See, if there is any genuine reason, then only I can consider that. Okay. If you have any genuine problem, really a genuine problem, okay, and you are deserving, then I can consider to give you some concession. Yes. So we will meet tomorrow at 4, and from tomorrow I will continuing with the what is the difference between the public administration and private administration. You can write down a question for mains also. ठीक है, what is the difference? या ऐसे लिख लो, compare public administration and private administration. Compare public administration and private administration. Second part is, are they coming closer to each other? You can write down the answer of this question. Yes, we are also running test series. If you want, you can join our test series, and we are also providing daily answer writing evaluation. You can check that in the group also. If you are not able to, no, it's not possible because I have to take another class from 5:30. So your classes will be from 4 to 5:30. You can watch it later. If you are not available at 4, then you can watch it later. I will share few classes at the YouTube. After that, your classes will be on the apps, or I will share you the private link for the class. Yes, it will be available till your mains. Clear? So tomorrow we will be discussing this question as well as the difference between the public administration, and I will also let you know how they are coming closer to each other. This was asked by the UPPSC. And you can also write the questions of the answers from meaning, significance and scope, especially the statement type questions. Statement type questions. Clear? You can write all the answers of the question asked by the UPPSC. Clear? For example, you can write another answer which has been asked by the UPPSC in 2019, which I have told initially during the lectures. Write another question, question number 2. Please do write the answers, otherwise you won't be able to write in the exam. ठीक है, कोई गलत फहमी मत रहना कि पढ़ लिया तो एग्जाम में लिखेंगे डायरेक्ट. That's not possible. Write down another other question. Public administration consists of all those operations. Public administration consists of all those operations having purpose of fulfillment or enforcement of a public policy. Clear? Right answer of these two questions. Yes. Or you can write answer of another question if you want. Question number 3, write down. Public administration is action part of the government. Public administration is action part of government. Public administration is action part of government. Primarily focus on execution of law. Primarily focus on execution of law. So write down the answer of three questions. Yeah, at least write three or four answer daily. That's how you will get into the habit of answer writing. Clear? So we will meet tomorrow at 4 p.m. Anything else if you want you can ask. Okay. So I am now finishing the class and we will meet tomorrow at 4 p.m. and then we will continue from here. For any query you can always ask at the Telegram group.